Just missed just a micron of information. We're speaking with a wonderful, talented songbird, Steffi, right here on the Waddup Show, Double XL Zone Radio. Welcome again, Steffi.
Thank you again.
Wonderful. So tell me, what moved you? What motivated you to come into the music business, and how long ago was that?
Well, I have always been in the entertainment industry in terms of dance and drama, but I always used to sing. So I realized that my love and my passion was for the arts, and I just sat down one day and started writing a few songs. Sorry, and persons just heard me sing it, and they said, you could really do it. And I met my producer, and he just started encouraging me, and I just started to go head on from there with music.
About what age was that?
I think I was about I started recording at about 20.
Okay.
Or 21, around that age.
So that couldn't be that long ago. It's like
no, not that long. Like around 2012
okay,
I started.
Nice. So basically 3 years ago.
Yes.
Nice. So what community are you from?
Duane Park.
Duane Park. So you're in the city.
Yes.
So what is your genre of music for the listeners?
Well, I'm doing reggae right now, but I dabble here and there in like R&B and a few dancehall kind of, but I'm not really a dancehall artist. So I mix all genres.
Nice.
So I try to fuse it in my music, so you will hear it come out.
So what has it been like for you as a female artist forging your way through the music industry? I mean, how have you found the experience thus far?
It has been challenging and also fun. The experience is life changing, and it also helps you. It helps to mold me. It has made me more aware of a lot of stuff going on. And it just motivates me even more to just push, for what I believe in.
Wonderful, absolutely. So here on the Waddup Show, I mean, I like to get into the process of you producing the music, or the artist producing the music,
yeah,
and the message and how it gets to the people, because I like to go above the fray of interviews and interviewers and interviewees who stick with just this promotional machinery, and
yeah,
they don't get into the whole essence of who they are as a person,
yeah,
and what it is that they're offering as artists. So my question to you is, how do you produce your music? What is the process of doing a song?
All right, the process that I go through is I'm a motivational person. I use my life experiences and I put it in my music. So not all the time though I write based on a life experience, but most of my songs are based on my life experience or someone else's experience, or what is currently happening that I feel the need to talk about. So I am really for motivating people, because we live in a time where it's very stressful. Every little thing can bother you and just get you really down. So most of my songs are about smiling and pushing through and just keeping yourself motivated and encouraged.
Very bright and sunny and hopeful kind
yes.
of music. Wonderful. So, like, say, how long would it take you, like, to do a particular song? It is like, would you normally have it done, like, in a day, a week, a month? Does it take the 6-month process? Because then I hear some artists say that, songs are like babies. It's like giving birth. I mean,
yeah. Sometimes it takes less than a day. Sometimes it takes a couple hours, depending on how the ideas flow and the instrumental. It sometimes, but sometimes it takes a couple months actually for me, because I have to meditate and really put myself and see what I really want to say.
Listeners, I'm sure that you're enjoying this presentation and just listening to this talented young lady talk about herself and her career. But the physical side, you're missing quite a beautiful site, and you're gonna check out the Media Zone site on YouTube and also on Facebook to get the physical pictures. And right now I'm on in the Android over to Yolanda to take some pictures, because I know the folks need to see. It's beautiful, beautiful young lady. I would like to hear something from you now, so I'd like to direct the attention across to the music machine. Are we ready, Mr. Music Man? So we can hear something from Steffi. right here on the Waddup Show. Double XL Zone Radio, MediaZone.com. Okay. But we sort that out, and we'll come forward to the music. So Steffi, what are your dreams in the business? What where do you want to take your career? Where do you want to take your music?
I really want my music to go worldwide. I want it to really be international. I want it to be recognized as, you know, something that, a song that anybody in the entire world can go to and say, you know what, you know, I want it to uplift people. So I want when people everywhere in the world are feeling down, they can just say, let me listen to a Steffi, you know. So that's where I want my music to go. I don't want it to just be in Jamaica.
Absolutely.
I want to spread the message all over, you know, to encourage people to keep fighting for what they believe in.
And as you're speaking about message, and in particular, Jamaican music is always riddled with message and laced with undertones of, you know, social upheaval and a sort of like a philosophical, you know, encouragement, and certainly religious and spiritual.
Yeah.
Where are you on spirituality, not just in the music but in society? Do you believe in a more spirited society, more spiritual society?
Yes, I do. I believe that everything around us has something to do with the spiritual realm. Everything. So, you know, you have to be in tune with your spiritual side to even see the very things that are around us.
Absolutely. So
you just have to keep in tune, you know.
So what do you do for like relaxation? I mean, how do you relax, say, from a hard and hectic production like last night, like Lady Genius and Friends, like today in the day? How do you relax? How do you unwind and get into that mode to come forward again?
Well, I usually after a day of rehearsing or a show, I would just relax at home or call up my friend and listen to some of my favorite artists. You know, I did that today. I linked up with my friend Lady Genius. So, you know, and then I have another show to go to tonight. So that really sets my mind at ease, you know, make me relax and stuff. So
definitely on a roll. So are we now ready for that song? So right about now, I think we've been starving long enough to hear something from the wonderful Steffi. So take it away so we can feast on wonderful music.
Your mind, relax and breathe out, try to unwind and smile, and smile, and smile. Just smile and smile and smile, you just got to smile. Every day that you rise, you got to smile. No matter put no worries on your mind, relax and breathe out, try to unwind and smile, and smile, and smile. When you wake up and you see the beautiful sunshine, brush off yourself and then you get on the rise. No make no one tell you you're not supposed to smile, and if them insist, you just ask them why. I'm not to be sane, angel keeps me breathing. Why? When I've got life, I've got to smile, smile, just smile and smile and smile and smile, just smile. Every day that you rise, you got to smile. No matter put no worries on your mind, relax and breathe out, try to unwind and smile, and smile, and smile. Now have the money to pay the rent, you check the bank and you never cent. Even though it's hard, you got to smile. When you smile, it reduces your stress, put you in a better mood to do your best. Relax your body, put your mind at rest. Times might be rough, but you gotta smile. that you rise, you got to smile. Nobody put no worries on your mind. Relax and breathe out. Try to unwind and smile. And smile. And smile. Just smile and smile and smile. You just got to smile. Every day that you rise, you got to smile. Nobody put no worries on your mind. Relax and breathe out. Try to unwind and smile. And smile. And smile. Nobody walk with your head in the ground. Even though they try to put you down. No, no. Nobody do it. Nobody do it. Cause life too sweet. Why am I to be sad? And joy keeps me breathing. Why? When I've got life, I've gotta smile, smile. Just smile and smile and smile and smile. Just smile. Every day that you rise, you got to smile. No matter with the worries, no matter with the stress. Pick yourself up off the ground and do your best. Ay, alright. Ay, just smile.
Yes. Just smile. What an amazing song. Just as you said, very sunny, very beautiful. Almost I can picture myself flying over meadows, trees, valleys, butterflies, beautiful scents, beautiful sights.
Yes.
Who produced the song?
My producer Andres Lopez. So he was the one that,
So
to that track.
is that a part of your management team? What is your management
Yes.
team?
He is my manager also, and that's basically it. That's my management team. But apart from that, I have my friend like Lady Genius. She supports me, and my mom is a part of the team also.
So it's a family affair.
Yes.
Question. Who are some of your inspiration? Like people who, not just you hear, but have helped you to shape the idea of the kind of music that you're doing?
Yeah. All right. I got my inspiration from Chronix one, Etana. When she just came out, I fell in love with her. Queen Ifrica and Bob Marley. Yes. There's one, Peter Tosh. I don't know how I could forget him.
So you definitely have to have a rebel in there.
Yeah,
and the rebel is in there. If you're just joining us on the Zone right here on XXL Zone Radio, MediaZone.com, this is the Waddup Show, and you're listening to the sounds and the vocals of Stef. I'm your host, Jerome Sage Butler. She's an enterprising and beautiful and talented young lady, as you have heard before, and you'll hear further on in the program. What are your career aspirations? Like, do you see yourself touring in the next 5 years? 5-year, 10-year plans?
Yeah, man, most definitely. I am pushing to be at least touring by next year, hopefully, keeping the faith and stuff. But I really want to start studying law, because, family law to be exact. So that's in my plan.
Why law? Is that like a second passion alongside? I know normally here, beautiful songbird lawyer. It's kind of like a different state of mind. Family law. Is this a family law? Family, husband and wife issue, leaving, car issue, mortgage issue, separation issue. Why?
I love to help people. So I just think doing that in terms of representing persons, will help them in a big way. Also, in my 10-year plan, I want to even open up some drives, for special needs and stuff like that. So that's what I'm really looking forward to doing as an artist and as an individual.
That leads me absolutely beautiful. I see the direction of your mind, and it's definitely admirable. Question that leads me to my next question, which is what has your community involvement been like, or are you a part of a charity that puts your ideas into some actual physical forms and you know, physical manifestations?
Actually, I'm trying to still start my own charity, you know, doing a live music session, you know, and putting that money towards rape victims for women. So that's what I'm trying to put into play right now. Apart from that, I have a studio that I wanted to open to the community. You know, so if you don't have the money, and because you know you have a lot of persons out there who have talent, so I just want a support system, a sponsorship or something to keep that in line, keep it running up and running.
Beautiful,
Because it
beautiful.
takes a lot of money, but I want to do that.
And a whole lot of heart too.
Yes, yes,
and,
it does.
and you definitely seem to have the whole lot of heart that is necessary to do this, and I'm sure the Zone listeners agree. And you know, people always ask me to sometimes, because I always structure my questions again around, I'm thinking the deeper, what I call the bigger picture, but people still have issues that end up in the average conversation that warrant some attention. And in the average conversation, I'm going to ask you this question: what has the interaction been in the business with you and your fellow female artists? Do you find that there's a camaraderie? Do you find that there's a separation? Or do you need either or both?
For me, I have not encountered any of that as yet. But no, it's around, but I have not encountered any you know
Vibe.
I have not encountered. The persons who I have met so far have been, you know, almost like me.
Okay.
So
So you have met like minds.
Yes.
People who are doing the music for good heart and is very professional about it as well. I mean, you're certainly amongst a great group of young ladies, Lady Genius
Yeah.
and Abby Dallas. I mean, it was a great show last night. Nature was also one of the featured artists, as well as Bigaton, among others as well too. So it was really an absolutely wonderful presentation. So as we move into the segment of the program, this is we call it Just for Fun.
Yeah.
But just before we get to the Just for Fun, we want to know about like promotions. And the new song you're promoting, the new releases in particular.
Well, currently, the song you just heard, Just Smile, we're promoting that song. You can get it on iTunes, CD Baby. You can listen to it on Facebook. It's on Facebook. You know, all the social media and stuff like that. So that's the one that we're promoting. So if you want to listen to it, the video will be shot sometime either next week or, you know, so it'll be up and running. So you could check it out on YouTube.
Because when we talk about up and running, the Zone is always up and running. Authentic entertainment 24/7 right here, MediaZone.com, Double XL Zone Radio. This is the Waddup Show, and I'm your host, Jerome Sage Butler. Just giving thanks to the whole production crew. Behind the scenes is always a crazy wreck of just ideas and people just putting things together. It's good when it comes together, and I'm emitting and imagining that as I've been through entertainment, it's the same to see the whole process of music, the bands and the live show come together. It's an awesome sight. Steffi,
Yes.
what has been your most memorable moment in the music business so far?
I went to a show in Negril, and when I went on the stage, I didn't know people knew me like that, and I went on the stage and I saw somebody say, "Ah, Steffi!" You know, it really touched my heart. To be honest, it was amazing. Like I was like shocked. Even last night, you know, when I was getting on the stage and the host, she didn't say the last part of my name correctly, and I heard people saying, I, that's her name.
People feel the music, people know the artist, people
So,
treasure the artist.
yeah.
And
So
we treasure the artist right here.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You're certainly welcome. Absolutely beautiful. So that has been one of your most memorable
Yes.
moments.
So that has been.
This question I always give people a breath to just clear their mind before I ask it, because they usually say it's two heavy questions after each other because we clear it out before we do the fun stuff and you know and before we get to the next guest. But this question is, what do you want your legacy to be? You know, legacy is a long word. It's more than just where you want to be in a few years. Legacy is a long. when you're old and your grandchildren and you're dead and gone.
I want my legacy to be, you know, wow. I want my legacy to be something. People remember me as a person that is always encouraging, a motivator, you know, a motivational person, an inspirational person, you know. So I just want people to remember me as and my music, you know, as being something that is always inspiring.
Awesome. And the amount of breaths you took, I could tell you are coming from your deepest place.
Yes.
And it's the most honest. And these are the responses that we treasure.
Yeah.
We hear the music, and in a moment, in just one interview, we just want a glimpse, because that's all that we can get. So we also need another glimpse of the music as we get into our final segment right here. So speaking and listening to the music of Stef.
One step, one step at a time. One step, we gotta take it in strides now. Yeah, we gotta take it in strides now. I guess we got to step at a time. One step at a time. Never let them get you down. Step at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. Step at a time, one step at a time. Never let them get you down. Step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. A baby have to learn for creep before them walk. A figure go Google key before them talk. Some man not gonna like them reach before them start. Walk past them virgin on the street where help them last. Have to know where you come from before you know where you're going. Yes. So try to help out the young one. Someone did help you when you're rising. At times it might seem hard, but don't give up. Don't give up, no, no, no. I know you get no scar. Don't give up. Don't give up, no, no, no. Step at a time, one step at a time. Never let them get you down. Step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. Step at a time, one step at a time. Never let them get you down. Step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. You try and try so hard, night and day. Don't worry, just keep the faith. And no matter how far the journey you take, Jaja will lead the way. You got to know where you come from before you know where you're going. Yes. So try to help out the young one. Someone did help you when you're rising. At times it might seem hard, but don't give up. Don't give up, no, 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 no. I know you get no scar. Don't give up. Don't give up, no, 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 no. Step at a time, one step at a time. Never let them get you down. Step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. And I said step at a time, one step at a time. Never let them get
step, one step at a time. And it was such an awesome step, like you're stepping on an easier platform. With each step, it gets nicer,
Yeah.
sweeter, and absolutely more beautiful. That was the wonderful sounds of the lady, Steffi. Right here on the Waddup Show, Double XL Zone Radio, MediaZone.com. If you're just joining us, trust me, you've missed a lot. But the beautiful thing is you can catch us again. It's beautiful that you're on the platform. As we say, stay on the platforms to be informed. And right here, the platform is MediaZone.com, Double XL Zone Radio. I'm your man, your king, Jerome Sage Butler. Just want to send a shout out to Vanessa listening, you know. Yeah, bless up and welcome. Yeah, so, Steffi, just for fun, I was going to ask you, I'm going to give you a statement. It's like 2 words.
Yeah.
You just finish it. But the first thing that comes to mind, because it usually is the most honest thing, because we got a little glimpse in your heart, and, you know, we just want to play a little psychologist, soft and all for fun, to see, you know, a little further into the creativity of this wonderful young lady. So you ready?
Yes.
Okay. She took a breath, people. She took a good one, too. You never realized. All right. Remember I said just for fun, okay?
Okay.
All right. Complete the statement. Jamaica is?
Beautiful.
You know, I get that a lot, but it's actually true. Music is?
Exciting.
That's a nice one. Life is?
Awesome.
That is awesome. An awesome one. I believe?
In God.
Natural. I will?
Can you say it again?
I will?
I will be successful.
That's absolutely the mantra for life. Steffi, we see that you are very shy but yet determined, quiet spirited, but a good heart.
Thank you.
And that's what we discovered from our little Just for Fun. But we listeners, them always say more time we're playing tracks and hear them know, you know, Pro Tools and Cubase and all these things, you know, and all these things. So we have a little segment where we say a cappella, pella, pella.
No
So we're
problem.
saying, just drop something for us.
Smile and smile and smile, you just got to smile. Every day that you rise, you got to smile. No bother put no worries upon your mind. Relax and breeze out, try to unwind and smile. And smile and smile.
Smile. As you can hear, she's got talent. She's got it so much that even she slows down, it oozes even more out her pores. I like that, Steph. I like that. I like that. So you wanna send in a shout outs before you go, like any big ups and you know the people who have done, you know, good by you and helped you along this journey.
Yeah, man. My manager, Ipez Lopez, my mom, Lady Genius, my band, Rockway crew. I can't leave them out there. My family.
The Rockway crew.
Yes.
The Rockway.
So that's Munchi, Jovan, Andrew, Ricardo, George, Lati, you know, Kenil, everybody, you know, everybody who has just helped me along the way. My mom especially, she's my motivator and my, you know, my friend. She's always there.
Awesome, awesome. Like I said, you know, that's like what we call a family affair. You know what I mean? The family is just a community of
Yeah.
good souls, so it's not all blood.
Yeah.
So, Steffi, you want to give us your social media information so your
Okay.
fans can keep in touch nowhere, Spotify, you
Yeah,
know,
man.
and stuff.
Yeah, man. I am on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all at Steph I, which is STEPH on dash EYI. So it's not I or EYE, it's EYI. So you can get me there. Yeah.
And so your music, as you say, on iTunes, Spotify, all of
Yeah.
those.
And
Okay.
on Reverb Nation, Steph I.
All right, so you got it here, right here on the Zone, Double XL Zone Radio, MediaZone.com, the show, What Up, and we asked a lot of questions, got a lot of beautiful responses, true and honest responses. It's been fun talking to Steffi, but before she goes, we have one more piece of business left, Steffi. I want you to take us out with something, one of your songs. You can support What Up Show or Media Zone or even both in your jingle, and just take us out and, you know, just say bye to your fans.
All right. You know, you're watching Media Zone, and this is your girl, Steffi. Say, I am a warrior, yes, a judge, a warrior. Put up your hands If you're a warrior, yes, you judge a warrior. Keep it locked.
Absolutely. And you know you got to keep it locked right here on the zone. Double XL Zone Radio, MediaZone.com. Beautiful it is, Steffi. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
So we're going to get ourselves ready to get out of here with one of your tracks as we get to our haphazard IT person running around in a million circles to go out with your tracks. But again, it's a beautiful, beautiful honor having us here. Anything you just want to say while we're getting this together? I mean, any parting words with us?
Yeah, man. I just want to encourage people to just be yourself. Always think positive. Cancel all negative words out of your life. And just keep looking forward. Keep holding your head up, no matter how hard the circumstance is. You just keep your head up. Because life can get stressful. But guess what? You still have life. So as long as you have life, you have a will to go on.
As long as you have life. Listening to the sounds of the lady Steffi as she takes us out on her track.
I am a warrior, I am a warrior, I'm just a warrior. Put up your hands if you're a warrior, you're a warrior, you're just a warrior. I am a warrior, I'm a warrior, I'm just a warrior. Put up your hands if you're a warrior, you're a warrior, you're just a warrior. No for them things I'm a weak, but I say I'm stronger than you think now. No for them things I'm a soft, but I say it's the good heart within now. I can say my heart clean as a whistle. No for them bad mind I go cripple. No for the Eden them I go missing. Now see that the face cause away out them eagle. I'm a warrior, I'm just a warrior, I'm just a warrior. Put up your hands if you're a warrior, yes you're a warrior, you're just a warrior. Said I'm a warrior, I am a warrior, I'm just a warrior. Put up your hands if you're a warrior, yes you're a warrior, you're just a warrior. Gotta fight for what I want, not gonna ever let them get I down. Work for what I want, gotta achieve what the most I said for. I never gonna let them see I cry, never gonna let them see I cry. Me not work to impress them bad minds, so me not pay them interest. I'm a warrior, I am a warrior, I'm just a warrior. Put up your hands if you're a warrior, you're a warrior, you're just a warrior. Said I am a warrior, I am a warrior, I am a warrior. Put up your hands if you're a warrior, you're just a warrior, you're just a warrior. I will fight and fight and fight until I die. I will fight and fight and fight.
Yes, so you're still live with us right here on the zone.
I'm a warrior, I am a warrior, I'm just a warrior. Put up your hands if you're a warrior, you're a warrior, you're just a warrior. I'm a warrior, I am a warrior, I am a warrior. Put up your hands.
Yes, so we're still live here on the zone as the sounds of Steffi takes us over into our next guest. And she's one of the reasons why we're here tonight. Welcome again to the studio of MediaZone.com. Lady Genius, it's a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much, Jerome. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Blessings and honor. What was some of the headaches going into Lady Genius and Friends Part 2 last night, Countryside Club, Kingston?
Well, I took in consideration the weather was, something beyond our control. Despite that, the show was a good show. The planning was, takes a lot of work, a lot of phone call, a lot of communication, and, getting in touch with the different artists who were performing on the show along with their musicians and sorting out the sets and, but it's just planning.
So you handled a lot of the planning yourself? Were you the head of the team or, running around head crazy?
I am the head of the planning for the Lady Genius and Friends. I was the head of the planning along with some of my friends who assisted.
and still have all of the time to come and do such an awesome performance. I mean, trust me, you rocked. You rocked the show. You rocked the place. I mean, you brought a lot more than your suitcase.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. I mean, we were as transfixed. I mean, you mentioned the weather because it was a little rainy, and but not enough to drive away the vibe. And it was certainly enough that the great musical presentation on stage held our attention, and you know, we felt in tune and we felt connected.
Thank you. I'm happy that you enjoyed it.
So take me back to like the first moments of inspiration towards deciding that you're going to do this as your career.
Well, music is a passion that is within me from a tender age, and it is also in my family genes. So it's just something I love. I've tried other jobs, other positions, and it brings me right back to music. So I've come to the understanding and the realization that this is where I belong.
Music is where the heart is.
Exactly.
Wonderful and beautiful. So how young did you start out in this business?
I realized that I could sing at a tender age of 16 while I was in high school, and started to do concerts and stuff like that. And from there on, it has just grown and developed.
So what part of Jamaica you hail from? Where is your hometown, home community? And what influence did that have on you deciding that you would possibly take this journey?
Well, I'm from Clarendon. I'm from a place called Palmer's Cross in Maypen, and I like the community vibe. From we had youth clubs, and I'd perform there, and we'd entertain and do stuff. So, I was also the treasurer of the club, and we got involved in community works and stuff like that. So you realize that you have the support from your, the people in your community, and it encourages me for, the road that I've taken.
Absolutely, and you've taken on the road well, and the presentation is, I would say, very filled with integrity, certainly integritas, and we like that. Your deportment is good. That means you must have good home training, and we can see it manifest. So, what were some of the difficulties you encountered when you decided you're going to do this?
Well, first, I came to the realization and acceptance that music is a male-dominated arena, and it is overpopulated. So everybody wants to be an artist. Everybody's a musician and a singer and artist. So I have to accept that first, identify where I was in music, the genre of music that I will be doing, which is reggae, identify who is leading in reggae, and where I visualize myself being in that aspect or that genre. So, the challenges are there, but as a female artist, I, respect myself and allow people to respect me, respect my decision, and my music speaks for itself. The lyrics of my song speaks in terms of who I am.
Beautifully. How much creative control do you have over your music? Is it complete creative control at this stage? Do you write with a team? How do you put the production together?
I write by myself. I write based on experiences of others and myself, situations in my surrounding, and just inspiration. People around me I care about, things I see happening that has an impact on me, my life, and the people around me. So, I write based on inspiration of my environs.
At this point in the show, if you're just joining us, we've gone on a little bit, and we are talking to the second of our most beautiful ladies tonight, and most gorgeous and awesome talent, Lady Genius, right here on the Zone, XXL Zone Radio. We're on MediaZone.com. Please stay on the platforms to be informed. And what about now? I feel like it's time we want to hear some music. So we're going to go forward in a few to sort through the music right here. We want to see what the Genius has brought to share with us. Yes. Beautifully. So as usual, sometimes, our DJ disc jockey is a little slow on the draw. So, yes.
No, no, oh. Somebody tell me what's My baby's got a suitcase. He's telling me it's too late. But don't nobody, please don't ask me why. My baby's got a suitcase. He's telling me it's too late. But don't nobody, please don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. 'Cause all I did was love him, but I can't stop him walking. My baby's got a suitcase. Please don't ask me why. Baby, don't go. I'm begging you to stay. Oh, my
Yes,
baby's got a
yes.
suitcase.
My baby's
He's
got a
telling me it's
suitcase.
too late.
People telling me it's too late. Deeply stirring and moving. You know what I mean? It's a very emotional song, and you know you feel it. It has a it touches the heartstrings. So tell us about this song, Suitcase. I mean, how did the song come about, and who produced the song?
This song is actually a cover. Most people don't know that. So let me just tell you, it was originally done by a Scottish singer, Emily Sand. And I've always found myself performing this song even before I've decided to record it. I fell in love with the song, the concept of the song,
Wonderful.
and the lyrics of the song. Decided to do it over into a reggae version, and many people know this song because
you
of
own
me.
it, it's like it's an
Yes,
original.
no,
You know what I mean?
nobody knows.
If you never said that, I wouldn't know, and I'm sure our listeners wouldn't know.
A lot of people think it's my song, so Emily Sand is really the person who is deserving the credit for the lyrical content. However, I just decided to do this song. I am the one behind the production of this song,
Okay.
you know, along with some of my friends who decided to assist me with the instrumentation. It's live band instrumentation.
That's where the music should be going a lot more. Certainly in Jamaican music. To me, it has more flavor and more life, more energy. And you certainly bring the energy, wonderful. And bringing the energy is right here to the zone, XXL Zone Radio, MediaZone.com. Stay on the platforms to be informed. This is the Waddup Show, and I'm your host, Jerome Sage Butler. We're talking to Lady Genius right here, and just, you know, getting into, you know, the whole mental space and the creative space and how she gets, you know, these wonderful songs out. So, Lady Genius, tell us, what are your dreams in this business? What are your aspirations? Where do you see yourself going with this? Where do you want to take it?
I want to be a reggae icon, somebody that upcoming artists and persons who are interested in the music industry will look up to and be inspired and be motivated to take on the journey, because it is indeed a journey.
Absolutely.
You know, I want to be able to give back to the community, to the people, to other artists who are not able to fund their music and productions to be known and recognized on a musical base. So I want to be able to give back, you know, not just to the community, but to other upcoming artists, because they're the generation to come.
So definitely you're giving back while you're getting and taking your place in the music.
Exactly.
What has been your musical experience in terms of internationally been? How far have your music been? Where has it taken you? Some of the places.
My music is currently playing all over the world, in places such as Gambia, Norway, all over Europe, all over the States, in Jamaica, the Caribbeans, and I'm definitely looking to take my music to every corner of the world, to places that I've never even dreamt that I may turn up one day. But that's what music does. It's powerful and it connects us as human beings.
So what are one of the strangest places on earth that you've gotten like a fan respond to you from? Like you went in your social page and you saw like somebody saying from, I don't know, Timbuktu.
Gambia.
Okay.
Gambia, and they love Suitcase and they love my music, and they are a big fan of, you know, my songs. So, you know, respect to the Gambia people, you know, all the way in Africa, you know.
Just taking it back to your roots.
Exactly.
They feel the roots. My next question is, recently I heard you were a part of a championship of performing arts. You want to tell us something about it? I heard that you did so awesome that you got an award, a trophy. Tell us about that.
All right, so I was one of 4 finalists who represented Jamaica in the 2015 World Championships of Performing Arts, held yearly in Los Angeles, California.
LA.
I represented Jamaica in 2 categories, vocals and petite model, and had the pleasure and the honor to have walked away with the industry award, multiple gold and silver medal, and overall division winner in my category.
Wonderful. So you fly the flag and the banner really high. A question I'd like to ask again over the fray of just regular questions you ask as interviewer and to interviewee. What has been the impact of your music in terms of, have you been like, you know, approached after shows with people bringing like issues of their life to you? Because one of the feelings I have inside of me is that if our music is filled with such encouragement, as we say, and if it is being received as a music of enlightenment and uplifting, that people would come to you off the bat with things that just doesn't just seem like, okay, I love your song and I love that. If you're saying something that's connecting, right? Just people come to you telling about your issues of life and, you know, asking for advice, you know? Do you find yourself being like a motivator off stage?
Indeed. People come to me, they tell me that a particular song that I did relates, you know, it's something that they can relate to, and that's the aim that I've designed, and that's my objective, to sing songs that are of reality base and that, you know, people can relate to or know someone that can relate to my songs.
So how has it been for you representing Brand Jamaica? Do you put that into the consideration of your music? Do you consider, you know, yourself a nationalist in terms of, you know, being strong in your cultural values?
Definitely. Wherever I go in the world, I will always represent Jamaica as a brand and reggae music, because reggae music is known internationally. It's recognized internationally, you know, previously from icons such as Marcia Griffiths and Bob Marley. So I'm all for waving the flag of Jamaica and its culture.
Because you know, hearing you, I realize that you do have a sound that is classic and sounding familiar to the songbirds that we used to listen to from in the 70s and the early 80s, the classical period of our music, as it is termed now in terms of, you know, dichotomy later on. And as we're talking about the kind of the quality of the musical offering and having true messages, my next question, it leads me to ask you, what has your community involvement been like?
I still go back into my community, and I hope to start off my foundation, Lady Genius Foundation, which I'm currently working on right now, and I want to start it back where I grew up, you know, providing supplies, school supplies for, you know, persons who are not fortunate or less fortunate, and keeping events to make sure that the community, you know, is preaching what I am preaching through my music, love, unity, you know, and stuff like that. So definitely starts from my community. Beautiful,
beautiful. I'm at this point where I'm thinking that I'm feeling the juice is running through me, and I think my earring and the people's earring would love to hear another song. So we're going to be queuing that, you know, we get forward to one of those songs. But, you know, since our, you know, Triggerman is so, you know, slow on the draw, we're going to give him a little time while he gets himself together to that. And we know that that's going to be coming up in a second. Just a quick question to you. What has been like one of like the most difficult experiences you've had so far? Like you know, at a show, and how you recovered from it. Like, you know, something that just got totally wrong, and you made it through, and you just say, at the end of the night, what has been one of those most difficult experiences?
Well, a lot of other things, but let me just refer to one. Knowing that you have rehearsed for a show, set up all your musicians and everything, and at that particular moment somebody say, you know what, I can't make it again, and stuff like that. I have to call on somebody immediately and do some solution, you know, like get somebody else that's quick and witty and try and get it all together, and it always works out to be a success, you know, and that's what matters. After the show, getting all that feedback is what matters.
All that feedback. So you bounce back, knock you down, pick you up, you just bounce right back. But a hard woman, but you're gonna rise.
Exactly.
All right, so we're gonna rise over to the song right now and rise together with Lady Genius on this track.
Me want a loyal man, one crew on the program, go make me fulfill the plan. Yeah. Me want a loyal man, one crew on the program, can't stand for the long, baby. Some man no loyal, some a treat them No come a foot further. Me have to check your credibility. Master, put up your hand from your nose, say you with me. Him have to treat my child like a pimp Pitney. Mr. Loyal, a OG genius, I search for the man when me know I go treat me better. Lady genius, she is royal. Put up your hand from your nose, say you loyal. Some man not loyal. Some a treat them woman like a tie. And some man not straight. Oh, you can say you're straight and treat her like a bait. Yo, me want a loyal man in my life. I wanna know if you hustle and treat him girl right. But some of them are fear. If you know Mr. Loyal, don't come to me gates. Mr. Loyal, a OG genius, I search for the man when me know I go treat me better. Lady genius, she is a royal. Put up your hand from your nose, say you loyal. Some of them your man ya is like fake perfume. The flat note we in a one half E-tune. Man fi treat them girl like royal. Put up your hand from your nose, say you loyal. Some man not loyal. Some a treat them woman like a tie. And some man no straight. Oh, you fi say you're straight and treat her like a bait. Yo, me want a loyal man in my life. I wanna know if you hustle and treat him girl right. But some of them are fake. If you know Mr. Loyal, don't come to me gate, yo. Some man not loyal. Some a treat them woman like a tie. And some man no straight. Oh, you fi say you're straight and treat her like a bait, yo. Me want a loyal man in my life. I wanna know if you hustle and treat him girl right. But some of them are fear. If you know Mr. Loyal, don't come to me gate, yo.
Man, yes, loyal man right there. Trust me, this track has a nice bounce, a nice feel to it, and you know it's something that stick, and you know it's a challenge to all of the man them out there. So this is an original track.
Yes, it is.
So what drove you to write this song? Were you having a problem one of them moment there with you know, one of your loyal man or
No.
disloyal man?
Well, not really, but oftentimes you find that friends, it doesn't have to be in a relationship, friends, male friends, even you can relate to a song like that. Some man just not loyal. And it's just going out there to say that if you're a loyal person, stay loyal. And if you're a disloyal person, then you need to fix yourself because
Get off the
you know right. So I'm basically stating that I prefer to be around loyal people, not just men, loyal human beings. So you know it's about loyalty.
Honor and loyalty.
Yes.
I love that. Very decent and I would say uplifting message. And a challenge to the man as well too, because I mean, you know, definitely. Devotion in a relationship is good. But then again, as we are humans, you know, we always, you know.
Mess up.
Yeah. So forgiveness is a great part. What message would you like to impart to young entertainers? Because you had mentioned previously that you know you like to have a foundation to help them. So what message would you like to impart to a young entertainer like yourself, or possibly just setting out, probably just in themselves, thinking about it? And right now, I'm listen to Media Zone, I'm listen to the Zone Radio, I'm listen to Waddup Show, I'm listen to Lady Genius, and you have the floor to talk to them. What else say to them, sir?
Well, first and foremost, before you get into music, make sure it is something that you are passionate about. Make sure it is where your heart is. Don't do it because you want fame, you want money. Make sure you love it first, you know. Make sure it's a part of your livity. And it comes with challenges. Nothing comes easy. So you have to be able to, you know, withstand the challenges that are a part of being a successful artist.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We want to ask, what is the project you're currently promoting?
Well, Suitcase is the single I'm promoting right now. The video is out, and I'm currently putting together my first album to be released.
Do you have a release date as yet? And how many tracks are going to be on that album?
December 31st.
Okay.
And the title of the album is Nah Stop Try, which will be available on all digital sites.
Okay.
And some of the songs that have been released previously that they are familiar with will be on the album as well as some new songs that I'm putting together.
Beautifully, beautifully. So, where do you see yourself in your 5 to 10 year plan in this industry?
I want to be, as I said before, a musical icon, a reggae icon. I'm looking to follow footsteps such as Marcia Griffiths. You know, that's where I am putting myself right now, giving back to the community, giving back to other artists, being a motivational, you know, experience for them to follow, an exemplary one. So, you know, setting my pace in the music, but one that is long lasting.
Long and lasting. And that is something that definitely will push me now to. Before I get to that question, let me ask you this one. What has been so far, what you can say is your most memorable experience in this industry so far? Something that just brings, butterflies from the heart, flowers to the whole soul.
One of my greatest experience has and will always be my opportunity to perform on the 2013 Jazz and Blues Festival held in Trelawney, opening on the main stage before John Legend and Mary J. Blige and Michael Bolton. So I've had the opportunity to capture all those persons from all over the world that came out to see these musical icons, and performing for over 100,000 patrons is indeed an accomplishment.
I mean, that is quite a stage. That is like one of these stages in certainly in Jamaica. If when you're talking about brand Jamaica, Jazz and Blues is certainly one of these stages. I mean, one of the biggest international products. So I can feel you there. I can feel you there. What would you want your legacy, the long term? I don't just mean your 5-year, your 10-year plan, but when you're old, when your grandkids talking about, grandma and youths them that never meet you, never, but they know your music. What do you want that legacy to be? What do you want to hear them say?
Well, you have to set it in the music, that's why you have to make sure that all your music is registered, copyrighted, and your royalties are set, so that, even if you are not the one that will benefit from it, your family and person that you set separate and apart to benefit from that. So you have to I'm making sure that that aspect of it, the business aspect of music,
absolutely
is taken care of, and not just the fun and passionate part of it. So
because you're so honest, because most people tend to say, oh, music is just for the passion, and I think it's been a language that has been developed, just like every particular specific area of human life in terms of work has a specific language, a specific jargon, right? I think musical jargon is to say, I'm doing this because I love it and it's my soul. Not that you don't love it, but I'm sure, you've had some horrible moments in it too. But as you said, it's a business. And having the duality of having that love, that drive to do it, obviously you don't have it, but a business legacy, something that, as you say, financially takes care of your family. That is a very poignant and honest response. I totally like that. So we're going to get into our segment, which is we're coming to the closing segment for our interview. But we know we're not done right now. So if you're just joining us on the Zone, XXL Zone Radio, MediaZone.com, you're listening to the Waddup Show, and I'm your host, Jerome Sage Butler, and I'm talking to Lady Genius right here, right now, live and in many living color. Beautiful site. Check her out on Tria Life, on Ustream. So, you can get to see for yourself while you're, you're listening on Media Zone. Yes, Genius, big ups. People you want to shout out to who have done, admirable by you and have helped you in this, journey.
Well, first and foremost, my mother, was being my support system, my backbone. She believes in me more than I believe in myself. She's always been there, whatever my decisions are. My family, because family, no matter what, they'll always be there. I have very, very good friends who are part of the music, all over the world. City Heat Sound, Johnny's in Texas, who assisted me with a lot of promotions and stuff. Gillo is now a part of my little team. Abby, the whole works. I just want to big up all my friends and fans who have been supporting me. And just, keep loving me and my music and following me and supporting me.
And, as long as you keep doing the job and doing it well, I'm sure you'll always have your fans to thank. My next directive is just to ask you to, where can you find you on social media, and where we can find your music?
All my music can be found on every digital site that you would purchase your music: iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby, Spotify, eMusic, among many others. You can also find me on SoundCloud and Reverb Nation Lady Genius Music. On Facebook, facebook.com/Lady Genius Music. Instagram and Twitter at Lady Genius Music. For bookings and inquiry, email ladygeniusmusic@gmail.com. My website, www.ladygeniusmusic.net.
right across the platform, Lady Genius. And the genius continues right here, and I'm going to ask the genius right now to give us something a cappella so the fans can hear her soul without the soulful music, just her soul.
Last year, the same time around, I walked out the door. I threw your heart on the floor, I remember. Now I'm begging for your mercies. I want you back. I know I made some silly mistakes, but you are the cause for some. I can't find another like you. No, like you there is none. I am coming home to you. Oh baby, I'm coming back home. Baby, I am coming back home to you. I'm coming back home.
I love that song. I remember you said it's not yet recorded. You did that one last night for us, right?
Yes.
I mean, trust me, people, she killed it. Trust me. And at first, the new song jitters, and then she kind of just got into it and just took us into it. Trust me, I know Vanessa, I know you're listening. I know you love her song. Trust me, and you love seeing her do it live. Trust me, it's a song you could relate to. Yes, all of us.
Everybody.
Yeah, that moment where say there's someone that you're going home to, and yeah, it's good music.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I mean, we just listeners, like myself, if listening online the closest thing, but being in the studio is the hottest thing. The vibe is so awesome. It's so amazing. The energy that the ladies bring to the studio is awesome. Not only is their music awesome, so if you're just joining us, you've missed a whole lot, but we still got more for you. So we're into the fun segment, or we say just for fun, and we're just getting to a little bit of your mental space, a quick glimpse. Viewers them play them little think psychology. So finish this statement. Complete the statement. Jamaica is
a beautiful place.
Wonderful. Music is
Life.
And that is actually true. Life is
complete.
That's original. That's a feeler one day. I believe
In me.
That's a necessity. I will
Succeed.
And that's a mantra. Lady Genius, it has been my pleasure, our pleasure, having you on the Waddup Show, Media Zone, XXL Zone Radio. You've been wonderful.
Thank you so much for having me. It is indeed a great pleasure.
Trust me, the pleasure is all ours. And, I know more fans and, the people out there listening, I know their ears and their spirit is so perked up. So, for a little bit of business, I want to ask you to leave us with, one of your songs, and you just can put the Waddup Show in your chorus, or the Media Zone, the website, MediaZone.com.
All right. No matter where you try, no matter what we face, Waddup Show and drop out of the race. Listen to me good, just listen when me speak. Put this a song on repeat. The race is not for the weak, but for those who endure. Always I gotta prove that for sure. Even with the stumbling blocks, them way in out the way. Jah always open a door. And all the fights where you fight and the hate where you hate, you can't get Waddup Show down. And all the things where you try, but go up with mine. Go through and don't make a sound.
Yeah, the genius, Lady Genius, right here. It has been our pleasure. So we'll take you out with another one of her beautiful tracks. And we continue the show. Abidala's coming in.
When bad mind and hypocrite a try, hold you down.
We not stop trying.
No matter where you try, no matter what my face, Lady Genius non drop out of the race. Listen to me good, just listen when me speak. Put this a song on repeat. The race is not for the swift, but for those who endure. Me always I go prove that for sure. Even with the stumbling blocks, them way in our way. Jah always open a door. And all the fights where you fight and the hate where you hate, me never make that get me down. And all the things where you try just to corrupt my mind, don't you don't make a song. Life through obstacles in everybody way. mess up
Again.
everybody day. But no matter what me do, me just kneel down and pray. And Jaja guide my way. And I no fight them, no fight, and I no try them, no try. Almost every day for my life, them a spy. But as me climb up the ladder, there's no turning back. Lady genius, I head to the top. No matter where you try, no matter what my face, lady genius, now drop out of the race. Listen to me good, just listen when me speak. Put this a song for repeat. Me not stop try, I'm never a give up. What's in my cup will stay in my cup. Like a evil lady genius, I fly through the storm, causing me a star was born. It's like a constant battle, I'm always a fight. But one never sleep me, I'm tired through the night. So don't envy me when me achieve me goal, cause I never envy a soul. No matter where you try, no matter what my face, lady genius now drop out of the race. Listen to me good, just listen when me speak. Put this a song for repeat. The race is not for the swift, but for those who endure. Me always I go prove that for sure. Even with the stumbling blocks, them way in my way. Jah always open a door. And all the fights where you fight and the hate where you hate, me never make that get me down. And all the things where you try just to corrupt my mind, don't you I don't make a song. Nah, stop trying. No matter where you try, no matter what my face, lady genius now drop out of the race. Listen to me good, just listen when me speak. Put this a song for repeat. The race is not for the swift, but for those who endure. Me always I go prove that for sure. Even with the stumbling blocks, them way in our way. Jah always open a door. And all the fights where you fight and the hate where you hate, me never make that get me down. And all the things where you try just to corrupt my mind, don't you I don't make a song. Life threw obstacles in everybody way and try to mess up everybody day. But no matter what me do, me just kneel down and pray. And Jaja guide my way. And I no fight them, no fight, and I no try them, no try. Almost every day for my life, them a spy. But as me climb up the ladder, there's no turning back. Lady genius, I head to the top. No matter where you try, no matter what my face, lady genius, now drop out of the race. Listen to me good, just listen when me speak. Put this a song for repeat. Me not stop try, I'm never a give up.
Yes.
What's in my cup will stay in my
Welcome
cup.
forward
Like
right here on the
evil
Waddup
lady
Show.
genius, I fly through
Double
the
XL
storm,
Zone
causing
Radio
me a
as we're
star
taking it
was
down.
born. It's like a constant battle, I'm always
Yes. Thank you again, once again. We step forward right here on the Waddup Show, Double XL Zone Radio, MediaZone.com. And we are at the point where we introduce our final of our cadre of beautiful and talented ladies for the evening. Welcome to the studios of MediaZone. Once again, Abby Dallas.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Wonderful to see you. Last night was an awesome presentation. I mean, that Diana King song there, trust me, you know, it was really filled so much vibe. You touched me. And also, I must say, the Riri song you do, I mean, sorry to start off with the covers first, but I mean, trust me, you really, you know, I felt the connection. The energy was up, and I liked it. Talent. Where did you start out in this business? I mean, how did you get to this point so far? I mean, what was your inspiration that, you know?
Well, you know, my inspiration was basically, you know, life itself and, you know, the journeys that we go through in life and, you know, people, my friends that have been there for me, supporting me, you know, and helping me, you know, to push on in this music because indeed it has not been an easy one, but because I have good friends that, you know, sends off a positive energy that it allows me to, you know, never give up and keep on trying and pushing.
So you said that, you know, you need to have a lot of positive energy. So have you found that, it was like a difficult start getting to be recognized? Oh, young did you start actually? Because you're still a pretty young lady.
I
and
actually
quite so.
started singing in church at the age of, you know, 4, 5. And, you know, I did basic school. My dad bought me a mic. That I'd
Your
go
dad bought you a
everywhere.
mic.
Yeah, like a
He had
karaoke
dreams.
mic. That I'd go everywhere I go to. I brought it to basic school. Everywhere with it. Everywhere I'm going, it's in my bag. And I always sing with that mic every single day. I did church. I was in the choir. Went on to high school. I entered JCDC. I won various medals and stuff like that. Actually won a scholarship to attend the Edna College. That was where, you know, I decided, you know, music was what I really wanted to do, because after, you know, finishing CXCs and, you know, stuff like that, I was actually thinking to be a marine biologist.
Marine biologist.
And
Hold on there. People. Abidella said she wanted to be a marine biologist. I mean, you love the creatures of the ocean. I mean,
yeah, I like the whole, you know, ocean and science in itself. I loved science, and I was actually
I'm
trying
surprised.
to decide, you know, whether to go, you know, where would I be, you know, because if you ask me when I was younger what you wanted to be, I would say I wanted to be a marine biologist. That's
Wow.
always had been my answer from ever since. But after I won the scholarship to go to ENA, you know, I began to realize that this was destiny, and God was leading me into other path. Because sometimes we think that what's right for us is not necessarily right for us. That's not
Yes.
where God wants us. But once God wants us somewhere, He
Yes.
leads us there.
I absolutely believe that. I
So,
absolutely
you know,
believe that.
I followed the path, and here I am today doing music. You know, I won festival, the 2012 festival competition.
Yes.
I was,
So how was that for you? I met you before that.
yeah.
And then I was surprised when I heard that, you know, because I mean, I know you're a talented young lady, but I mean, like, that competition is kind of was like mostly a male dominated, and I must say it was very male dominated. Is male dominated? I can say that because I
mean-
probably 3 women or 2 ever.
I mean, I'm actually the third and the youngest to have ever won,
See
but
that?
I mean, it's a male-dominated competition. But
So you
once,
get the courage and say, I got take it on.
you know, my friend from New York called me and she said, Abby, you can write. I think you deserve to go in there. And I was laughing, and my friend was laughing at me as well. And, you know, I decided, let me, you know, give it a try. I call up my friend and say, I want you to make a track for me. And I actually wrote the song before I, you know, created a track.
Okay.
And I decided, I believe that anything I put my mind to, I can do it. And I tell myself, you know, this is my time, I'm going to take this. And a woman time, no, that's what I kept saying. Because I saw it before. Because you have to see it before you can receive it, you know.
Yes.
And when I said that to them, nobody believed me. And I said to the other contestant, who was also a female, she actually came second, Tashi, you know, that, you know.
Wow.
You
She
don't-
came second. What?
I said to
Power
her,
of thought. These are the
I
things
said-
I love. Oh my God. My skin is tingling. You
I
touch
said
a
to her,
nerve.
you know, don't you think it's time for, you know, a woman to win? Because I'm sure that we look better on the posters and the commercials.
I love this honesty.
But that's what I said to her, and she was like, it's true, but nobody actually saw that because everybody said that, you know, it's a man thing. When I won, everybody thought that it was because of how I looked. But I actually have talent, and I actually went out there in a flat because I believe as a performer, I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be in heels and be concentrating on, you know, if me go drop off or something like that. I want to go, I'm a deliver, because at the end of the day, it wasn't about winning for me. It was about giving the best delivery that I could give
Oh my
to the
God.
people. That's what I believe in at the end of the day.
Giving you all. And I'm certainly that, I mean, it was obvious. The people saw your vision, they felt the vision enough that they agreed with it. I mean, and you came out the winner. I mean, so as we're going to cue for one of your songs, what was, cause I know that there comes like a little tour that comes with that. What was the meeting the people like you're going around doing the road show, and then after now when you win? Contrast the two
I mean,
experiences.
it was an experience. It actually, you know, taught me a lot in terms of performance. I mean, I've been to, you know, Edna studying performance, but at the end of the day, it's a lot different when you go out there in the field, and it's never too much to learn something. Even if you go to school, it's never too late to learn something new. And it actually helped me how to handle myself as a performer with the people, because you have to know how to watch your crowd and to know your audience and to know what and what not to say to them.
Absolutely. I love your passion, but you know, one of the things I learned from talking to you is that you have a pretty strong, you know, mental space, and there's a sequence, there's a process about your stuff. I feel that. I notice that, you know, the congruence of words is not just about an intellectual state of mind. People think it's an intellectual thing. I see people always say that to me. They think, oh, I'm smart. And I say to them, God is what's working through me. Where the Spirit leads me, that's how I flow. And no one will ever understand until you're in the Spirit and you flow with the Spirit and you'll understand. There's a congruence. Mean things come together the way you do things.
Yes.
Who have been some of your inspiration? Like the people that really, me not have a look up in your ear and your ear, but the people that make you get up and you feel something and it a bite you inside and you say, yo, I want to sound like that. You know, I'm more than that. But that it affect.
I would have to say, you know, first of all, like, I started out listening to gospel, you know, the Grace Thrillers and Diana King, Nina Simone.
Oh, Nina Simone. Oh, my God, you love Nina? I love Nina.
My dad is a collector of music, so I would, you know, tip out him CDs. And
You borrowed it. You're a daughter. You didn't steal it.
No,
You borrowed
I
it.
didn't give it back to him. I'm not afraid to say it. And I would study these songs, like, you know, she had a song called Birds Flying High, You Know How I Feel. So that's how I learned how to, you know, sing jazz and all that, because nobody taught me. And, you know, so when I went to Edna, I developed, you know, an eclectic mix of music where I learned different genres, you know, from the jazz to the reggae, because I had to learn how to sing reggae, because people think that, you know, reggae is easy.
I love your honesty. I
Reggae
love
is an
that.
art form. No, reggae is an art form, and every genre is an art form, and it should be studied. You can't just go out there and sing it. So there's a technique to every genre, so you have to understand that.
I agree with you.
And know when and how to texturize it. Because I think that the voice is like an instrument.
It is an instrument.
So you need to know how to get certain sounds out of your voice.
You got to tune yourself.
Yeah.
One teacher of music once told me once, I like that, that's poetry. He told me that just like how we tune an instrument,
Yes.
we have to tune the voice. But him said, most people believe that tuning the voice is getting the right vocal pitch. However, it's not tuning the voice, it's tuning the person.
That's true.
Once the person is in tune, everything is in tune.
And also you have to, as a musician, you have to spend time with yourself and know yourself. And once you know yourself, you know the direction in terms of your voice and know where to go.
Absolutely know where to go right now. We're going to a song.
I bet that last again with a message for the ladies them. Slim no matter if a man want a fatty, brown no matter if a man need a blackie, face no matter if a man into body who a run down man them fi stop it. Girl, if you call the man around 5 o'clock, 3 hours pass and him not call you back. Don't get panic, no get no heart attack. Me a be the man tired and I try hold on up. But if you call again around 9 o'clock, 3 days pass and him not call you back. Boy, now it's time to admit the fact. Maybe you get a number black and him a send you a clue. So pay attention, start with the cue. Cause it no matter if you have them clue. Woman, you can't hold a man if he's just not into you. Stop act like you're blind. Open me your eyes and start read the signs. The fine prints and between the lines. If him not want your baby, can't make him change your mind. So it no make sense you punch at the condom. It no make sense you show up at random. It no make sense you lie say you're pregnant with this baby boy. That now go make him come. And it no make sense you blow up him phone. No make sense you stalk him at home. No make sense you prayer even ask why. Just better if you leave him alone, cause he must send you a clue. So pay attention, start read the cue. Cause it no matter if you walk the clue. Woman, you can't hold a man if he's just not into you. Stop act like you're blind. Open your eyes and start read the signs. The fine prints and between the lines. If him not want your baby, can't make him change your mind. So ladies, not chasing me fees, just not into you. Replacing me fees, just not into you. And if him always busy and don't have no time for you, then he must send you a clue. So pay attention, start read the cue. Cause it no matter if you have the clue. Woman, you can't hold a man if he's just not into you. Stop act like you're blind. Open your eyes and start read the signs. The fine prints and between the lines. If him not want your baby, can't make him change your mind. Slim no matter if a man want a party. Brown no matter if a man need a blackie. Face no matter if a man into body. Who a run down man them for stop it. Chop.
Yes. Awesome song.
Thank you.
Not into you. Just not into you.
Yes.
That song I know is tearing up. It I do road well. It's tearing up the place. When I see a Sheldon weddy a couple weeks back, and you
Yes.
know the response was awesome. He even draw out Weepo himself, to blaze Jack Sour for not having you up on
On
the
the
screen. He
camera.
must say, wait, you can have performer on the stage, and you don't have the artist live. What kind of thing is that? It made me laugh because I was enjoying the performance and I thought the same thing because
Yeah.
I wasn't up in the crowd. So trust me, I would have loved to be able to see you on the screen. It was
Yeah,
awesome
Weepo,
performance.
he actually, called me and he said that, he loved my performance and he actually invited me to perform on the music week for Stone Love.
Wonderful. When
on
is this?
December 2nd.
Whoa, so that's going to be
So
another
I'll be
great
there.
performance.
Yes,
oh my
I'll
God.
be there.
I got to be there. We look forward to that. If you just join us, we're on the Zone, XXL Zone Radio, MediaZone.com. This is the Waddup Show. I'm your host, Jerome Sage Butler, and we're talking to the enigmatic and absolutely awesome Abby Dallas.
Thank
Love
you.
her vibe, and she's very humble people. She's a very quiet personality. You would have passed her most time, and you were probably thinking, nah, I couldn't she do them song until they read this here. This big voice. How you nurture that voice, Abby? I mean, what goes into the care of your vocals, not just the practice, but the care of it?
I mean, I think, I drink a lot of water. Try to avoid dairy products. Sleep. A lot
Good
of
sleep.
Yeah, because, for me, sleep has always been a part of my diet. I'm not lying. Like, once I sleep, my voice is good to go.
Recharge and refresh.
And a lot of good food.
Yes, and it shows. It
And
shows.
vocal exercises. Yes.
Vocal exercise like your yoga, your vocal yoga.
Yeah, and also, exercise in general because you have to make sure, say, your body fit too.
So how do you have fun? You tell me you relax and how you build up. But how do you have fun? What is a fun day like for Abby Dallas?
A fun day for me is going to the beach, watching, DVDs with my friends and stuff like that. And, just learning something new every day and learning how to go about life and life challenges. Life challenges and, and giving thanks for life.
The spirit just blasts up across me. What are your favorite sports? I mean, do you like, what you do like kind of fun? Your friends like maybe I do a little netball. What do you do? What do you do?
I'm not really a sports person,
Maybe
but
that's
I
what
would
I
say,
ask you.
I would say when I was growing up, I used to love to play dandy shandy.
You literally was a girl that had fun.
Yeah, I used to love to play dandy shandy, or I would, skate, because, when them just start up a road and everybody come out with them skate, rollerblades and all of them something. That was basically
You try the tricks like
yeah,
the
much
girls
all
that look
back
cute.
way and zigzag and them something. Yeah,
Oh
all
my
of them
God.
something, and anyway, get some chip up. thing.
But the beauty is that them don't show.
No.
Great skin. Career aspirations in the next 5 years, Abby. 5 to 10 year plan. Where do you want to see your music?
Actually, want to see my music, winning Grammys, doing an album that will last for a lifetime, and also collaborating with other artists and touring, doing a lot of tours all over the world, and just striving to be the best artist that I can be and to make Jamaica and myself proud and everybody who believe in me proud.
So talk about tour. What have your tour experiences been like so far? I
Well,
mean,
I haven't been on a tour, a solo tour for myself, but I've been on tours with, Diana King, Queen Africa, and, you name it, all of the greats to Europe, all over Europe, Zurich, Russia, Japan, you name it, all over I've been with them, and the experience has been good, and, it has helped me as an artist also, to learn from them and to better to handle myself as a professional artist.
absolutely. And what do you think now of going back into some of the intellectual questions? What do you think of the representation of brand Jamaica in terms of your music, in terms of music in these societies?
I mean, I think that, as an artist, you want to strive not to just be a regular artist. You want to go out there and to represent yourself well and to represent the brand Jamaica well as a reggae ambassador, which, I aspire to do as, as best as I can do by creating, good music that people will love and that will last for a lifetime, because that's the only music I see that, that deserve, admiration.
Beautiful, beautiful. My next question to you is, what are some of the projects that you're currently promoting? What is your new project?
Well, I released my EP a couple of weeks ago, which is called Destined, it's on iTunes and all digital platforms.
Destined, I like that.
I mean,
somewhere in mind going.
It has 6 tracks on it, and all the tracks, have a different mix to it. Like, you have a few that are reggae, you have a dancehall on it, and you have a pop reggae mixture. So there's a song for everybody, and He's Just Not Into You is on it.
Okay.
A song called From My Heart is on it. It's our lovers rock song that has been getting a lot of love from Uganda, Kenya, all over. So I must say it's a good vibe. Especially I'm releasing my mixtape.
Oh, nice.
This Friday.
This Friday. Oh,
which
tell
is
us about
done
that.
by Kurt Riley.
Wow, nice.
So like Kurt Riley got hard on it. Him got hard, and I have a song featured on it with Shaka Paul called No Ice Cream Love. It was done by Johnny Osborne.
Yeah, I've been seeing that song promoted. I must have seen it on
I
the
did
social
it
media.
over back in the female version. We pose voices on it also, so that's a
We
crazy
read
vibe.
Gear Strength, Stone Love family. Big up to the whole Stone Love movements.
That's a really good, cool vibe, and the video is soon to be out as well.
Nice. Abby, I want to tell you something. I'm an actor, you know that, so that's, we're not talking about the artist part, we're too wild and bad for that, but we're actor. Now, left you out of them, I don't think they're serious,
No, I'm
right? Oh, okay. So right about now, audience and audience. That's a audience because we're lauding you with such a good vibration. Abby Dallas is here to serenade you with such a good vibe. So we're gonna take our attention over to our music department as we get into some more of our beautiful music.
Oh, yeah, yeah. This one is for my baby. Your love is my love. My love is your love. Your love is my love. I sing it from my heart, boy. I really love you, and I'm never gonna hurt you. See, I adore you. So no matter what we're going through, I'll never leave you. I'll stand by your side, ride or die for this love. We break up, we make up and kiss, then we make love and do it all over again. Some say you feeling rough, then you ain't seen love yet, cause nothing ain't come easy. I'm trapped in your love, don't wanna get out. Just wrap me in your arms, baby. So take all I am, I give you my heart. Here's the keys to my soul. Sing it from my heart, boy. I really love you, and I'm never gonna hurt you. See, I adore you. So no matter what we're going through, I'll never leave you. I'll stand by your side, ride or die for this love. People may talk about us, but so what? They never understand this love. We've been through the worst, overcome all affairs, so nothing can divide this love. Oh, take the sweet with the bitter and the bad. Make you smile when you feel sad. Be there for you every time you call. I'll be your superwoman. Sing it from my heart, boy. I really love you, and I'm never gonna hurt you. See, I adore you. So no matter what we're going through, I'll never leave you. I'll stand by your side, ride or die for this love.
Your love is my love is your love. I sing it from my heart. What a piece of song, sweet and nice.
Thank you.
You have this thing about you where you know, it's this loving feeling to your music, very deeply emotional, but in a very nice way. It's like you wanna sing this tune to your girl, and I'm sure the girls wanna sing the tune to their guys. You know what I mean? It's a really nice song. So I mean, where do you dig from to get these emotions? It's just naturally in Abby. Abby just a deep, nice, loving girl. I mean, talk about things like me know.
I
you know what
mean, Abby, I'm a very emotional person, and I write based on how I'm feeling and what I see around me. And I actually wrote this song based on, one of my friend and my own, experience that she was telling me about a situation. And I was like, she's telling me about it, and I'm saying, why she can't leave this person? Like, it's not working. It's clearly not working. And I'm like, then I'm saying, but I've been in a situation where I've loved somebody, and then, I hate him today, and tomorrow we're all together, and my friend said, leave the boy. If not good, and he's still there with him. But at the end of the day, everybody has that one person that has the heart, no matter what, and they'll go the extra mile for them. Even when your friend don't agree with you, you're still gone with them. And that's really what love is about. Love is about the ups and downs, but at the end of the day, you still have that one person that will always be there for you no matter what.
Absolutely. And we see that, and we feel where it's coming from. And if it's coming from an honest feeling place, then we will receive it in an honest feeling place.
Yes.
What I think that makes real hits is how much the artist who creates the music is almost erased from the song, and the people who receive the music become present in it. It's like, we're there. The fans are in the song. So, Ms. Dallas, what has been your most memorable moment in this musical industry, musical business?
I would have to say, winning the 2012 festival, competition and performing at the Jamaica 50 was my most, memorable moment in history, because I'm now in the history books. And somebody called me and told me that, the Act and School Challenge quiz, who won the 2012 festival competition, and I was on it. And I mean, that was a great accomplishment for me, and performing with the greats Roy Ryan, Eric Donalds, and everybody they went before me. I was the last person. So everybody was like, you're not afraid. And I mean, why should I be afraid to step into greatness? Yes. Greatness was ordained for me, and I'm not afraid to step into greatness, because once it's your time, nobody can take that from you.
Absolutely. I agree with you, and I couldn't say it better than you have. In the moment when it's time to go to the zenith of yourself, all things seem to just move to push you to that place. So that's like, I would see that being like a really awesome moment.
Yeah, it's an awesome moment, and, to shine in all the glory for your hard work, and, just giving God thanks for the opportunity, even to be there and to be a part of the historical moment.
Wow. So we asked about like where you want to see your career in 5 to 10 years, and we ask everyone this question: what do you want your legacy to be? And this is the long-term end result of your music. And after you reach your grandkids, after you're gone, what do you want?
I want my legacy to be, honestly, like living on. Not even when I'm gone, people should be singing my songs. People should be covering my songs as well, and it should be like I'm still here, like Bob Marley or Michael Jackson. Nice. Because when I aim big. I don't dream and say, okay, this is where I want to go. I aim big because that's the only place I see myself.
It's the only place to go.
Yeah.
And certainly a big talent you have, and a big talent she has. So if you're continuing with us, just join us, or you're continuing with us, you're continuing right here on the Zone, XXL Zone Radio. We're at MediaZone.com. And it's been quite an awesome presentation thus far, the Waddup Show. I'm Jerome Sage Butler. I want to send shout-outs and thanks to all the people who logging on and basically, just staying in tune, staying on the platform to be informed. You know, say MediaZone.com is a platform. It's certainly this a platform, yeah? Right, you're so in the heart of the metropolis. Kingston, Jamaica, never had it so good, never have it so great. You know what I say? Yeah. And we're not done yet, Abby. There's still more. So I said, just so fun. This is a segment of the program where we try to get into your emotional side and let's have a little peeking. So I would ask if you do something for us first of all, a cappella. But the people don't hear the passion, in you, in your soul, in your music.
Alright, this song is called Journey. Kumalaya la guela, chanting praises to Jaja. Kumalaya la guela, chanting praises to Jaja. Kumalaya la guela, chanting praises to Jaja. Kumalea la guela, chanting praises to Jaja as I tread upon life's journeys. I try to take it one step at a time, even though I may not know what lies upon the cloud, silver lining. So I go in faith, knowing I just walking by my side each day. As I walk through the land of destruction, I just have to call on Jaja's name. Sing, yeah, 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 yeah. Kumalea la guela, chanting praises to Jaja. Kumalea la guela, chanting praises to Jaja. Kumalea la guela, chanting praises to Jaja. Kumalea la guela, chanting praises to Jaja.
Journeys, sounds of Avidalas in the soulful way. Yeah, man, so you can hear our live and direct, our own soul being our accompaniment. Awesome and beautiful and beautiful and beautiful. So we just want to, ask you to make some shout outs, big up to the people who have helped you to bring your career this far and, who's in your team, who's in your corner, you know what I mean?
All right, let me just say, big up to my team, One Jam Music.
One Jam.
Yes.
Ah.
Big up Gillo.
Big up Gilla, One Jam family.
Big up Lady Genius.
Lady
A real
Genius.
girl.
Yes.
I mean, she's Abby says she.
Majestic.
Big up Stampede, a real youth.
Stampede. Respect and you're most welcome. Thank you. Ah, awesome. Well said. Well put together. I want him have to tell her to say your social media because you just gave us all in one. Like me say, she have the thing arranged, organized. She got the flow, something go on there. The concordance is another word that means, the way things flow in order, Timing. Oh my God. Abby, it's been, Abby Dallas, it's a pleasure. Has been a pleasure having you here. MediaZone.com, XXL Zone Radio, the Waddup Show. And our final bit of business before Abby gets out of here is just take us out with one of your songs and you can put Waddup Show in your chorus, Media Zone, or both.
Okay. I sing it from my heart, in your zone, you are real winner. And no matter when nobody say them can't come test you, 'cause you are the real top show from in a chain. You are a real champion. Boom.
Oh, you mean shot, sell off, and shell well. You don't know. This has been boom, bang, bang. The Waddup show right here, XXL Zone Radio, MediaZone.com. I'm your fast talking prophet of beauty and good vibration, Jerome Sage Butler. Until next time, yeah, it's been great, Abby. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Bless on. People, keep watching, keep listening to your life. MediaZone.com. Keep in tune.
My swag man, it's a bit dollars. And when me walk, broke out and walk out and none in a man, me no want back a out and me need a man who can turn me out and broke out and walk out and none in a man, me no want back a out and me need a man who can turn me out. Need a soldier when no out to stand at attention. No people still lack with extension. Pull back and clap with intention. A few rounds and release my tension. Need a talk with swagging at the bedroom. Calvin Klein does a sagging at the bedroom. When we done play tagging at the bedroom, we take it to another room. 'Cause when me walk, broke out and walk out and none in a man with no one mag a out and me need a man who can turn me out and broke out and walk out and none in a man with no one bag of mouth and me need a man who can turn me out. The bedroom bully like Shabba and who know how to fling up the dagger. Cut to the chase and get to the stabber. Next day me and I walk on a bragger. Me don't want a man who full of conceit. Action me want, me no wanna chatty beat. A man who not talk but penetrate deep. So me know tonight me not say 'cause when me walk, broke out and walk out and none in a man with no one mag a out and me need a man who can turn me out and broke out and walk out and none in a man with no one mag a out and me need a man who can turn me out. Need a soldier when no out to stand at attention. No people still lack with extension. Pull back and clap with intention. A few rounds and release my tension. Need a talk with swagging at the bedroom. Calvin Klein does a sagging at the bedroom. When we done play tagging at the bedroom, we take it to another room. 'Cause when me walk, broke out and walk out and none in a man with no one mag a out and me need a man who can turn me out and broke out and walk out and none in a man with no one mag a